Welcome back. Welcome back. The Borno secondary school breach. Hours apart from the victory, a chilling reminder: gunmen target a secondary school in Borno as security forces scramble. Ouch. We'll conclude with a sobering reality check that highlights the complexity of the war on terror. Just hours after the successful operation against Al Minuki, suspected jihadist militants executed a daring security breach attacking a secondary school in Borno State. This incident occurred almost simultaneously with a rare school assault down south in Oyo State, where three suspects have already been detained, while the military is sustaining high-pressure strikes in the Lake Chad Basin. This targeted harassment of the educational institutions shows that insurgent remnants are still actively hunting for soft targets to generate fear. It's a classic asymmetric playbook. One minute the state claims victory, the next minute the insurgents strike a school. How does the government protect these vulnerable frontline communities while keeping the military focused on high value targets? That's my question for you, sir, because this is crazy. We keep getting this kind of news coming out of different corners of Nigeria at this point.
Thank you, Ola. The simple solution to getting this done would be creating a synergy between technology and human intelligence. What do I mean? I was watching the special reports of some journalists that accompanied President Donald Trump to on that state visit to China last week. What they came with in terms of interesting reports from China was that every precinct, every inch of China was heavily secured through circuit cameras. So, what is so big about whether I would not encourage a situation that Nigeria will record capital flight, but sit young startups down to put their brain to work. The different universities of technology, polytechnics, colleges of education, good high schools all over Nigeria. Let people now begin to work on developing those, good cameras that have high resolution, that can capture faces, movements, and anything suspicious, and begin to set limits within cities where a path through which nobody can travel or trek. And then no, because how do they take more than 40 students from that school, 26 kilometers from Ibadan or your state around Ogbomoso, and nobody could even trace where they were taken? How did they move? They talk of a stretch of forest from the north all the way down south and what have you. How do they ferry them across, whether bridges or the Niger River to wherever enclave the terrorists claim to establish space and governance? How is it so easy? Taking hundreds of pupils, hundreds of innocent civilians and citizens at the same time, and nothing is able to detect such disturbing movements. So it's almost become a norm. Nigerians are numb to this news. Before you know it now, this gets knocked off by development around politics and economy. Maybe they are accusing the government of trying to take $1.6 billion loan that has discordance in terms of what's it called, GDP debt ratio and what have you. And nothing is even being spent in a substantial way, in a tangible way, on securing lives and properties all over the country. This is really sad. In the case of that Oyo State incident, The vice principal of the affected school was killed. It was fatal. The principal of the school, somebody's wife, was taken to the bush. She has recorded a message desperately begging for assistance so that she could be free. And you see so many young schoolgirls. A mother was crying about losing 5 children alone, and the wife, the wife of his son, his daughter, her daughter-in-law rather, amongst those that were taken away as captives. And then the one in Borno State, the military casualty there. Elsewhere, about 18 policemen were killed by this insurgent. It's everywhere. Somewhere in Ondo State, around Idwani, do you know that these terrorists, because people don't like putting ethnic gap, because we know they are local collaborators. Whether you're talking of worship has been taken away from Celestial Church at Tusho, or you're talking of farmers being kidnapped or being killed at ayede-ogbese, people coming boldly to Iluabo in broad daylight to take away helpless, innocent citizens, or the chase after the Oluo of Okeoge, Oba Abiodun Ogunjebi at a time. All these things. Even look at the killing of Oba Kende Falodu, you know, the Oga of Agamo in Akure North local government. These things have elements of internal collaboration, internal subversion. And so at Idwani, these terrorists came out, Fulani element. And they were saying, oh, so you people are so daring, started choosing sporadically in all directions, saying Yoruba land is their conquered territory. Look at the possibility of that for ethnic conflict, inter-ethnic conflict. In this time and age, we will not waste too much, we won't waste words, and we would never really be ambiguous about the fact that this is when the government has to find a solution. To delay and wait to the eve of election to now get so proactive so that people will say, they are now keeping insecurity at bay, will be a huge disservice and ungodly thing to do. If the government can help the situation now, they should do something about it. The other day, everybody was clapping about the choice of Lieutenant General Christopher Musa as the new defense minister. Everything he had articulated, erecting walls to keep to secure Nigerian borders and all that, is now in office as Minister of Defense. Why are we not seeing any action on those propositions? How about the National Security Advisor? What is it doing? We even saw the other day the appointment of a new National Advisor on Homeland Security in Nigeria. So when you bring that on board, what is the work of the Interior Minister? Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo. What is the work? Because we were thinking in the past that, the equivalent, because everything was signed American in order to appear workable in Nigeria. But it's almost like, the praise for one family in Nigeria. Somebody pray, may God make me to be like the owner of that house. What if God makes you to look like the owner of that house, and then you don't have the character of the owner of the house? Allah, you should be able to relate with that Oriki in Yoruba. Ọmọ òrìṣà òkè jẹ́ ńlá kí n dàbí onílé yìí. Tó bá làbí onílé yìí tó ní ìwà bí onílé yìí ńkọ́. Or as we say in Akure, kọ́ bá làbí onílé òun kò ẹ̀ láàdì bí tẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kan, kò ẹ̀ láàdì bí onílé òun sí kan. These things are issues that Nigerians must begin to think about. You want to hate everything American. Homeland Security. Yet you have Minister of Interior with paramilitary organizations under him. How effective is Nigerian, what's it called now? Civil security, whatever. Security and civil defense these days. How effective are they? Thank God the incidence of breaking into prisons has reduced considerably, but it's not something that should not be expected. I hope somebody is imagining things. I hope somebody is activating some critical thinking. I hope somebody is really putting some brain to work, active intelligence, actionable intelligence being developed, and making sure that all the time schools, young girls cannot be the target. And what are they doing? Something that has bedeviled Africa for hundreds of years. Slavery. You kidnap school children, school girls, you take them to some, what's it called? To some place where they have to, some people would have to start bidding for them. What a shame in this time and age. And all the excitement we have about the world is to latch on to connect in a manner that shows nothing other than bigotry. Ill-digested religious beliefs. Arabs come to Africa, they say this, we jump at it. Europeans come, we latch onto it. Americans come, we latch onto it. Never ever evolving our own character and responses to showing that we too are capable of doing things in our own way. It started gradually by all kinds of preachers barraging us with questionable doctrines and what have you. And today, somebody will say he's praising Allah, he's praising Jesus Christ, yet locked in their mind, twisted mind, is Talibanism, or not killing, all kinds of things. You kidnap people and then you take them to places where they will be auctioned off. Who does that? You treat your fellow compatriots as if they are mere commodities. Allah, this is really shameful. And I think the government of Nigeria is thinking. I listened to Governor Seyi Makinde. If he would first prove to the people of Oyo State that he can secure them, work hand in hand. Hey, look at the fact that the 2 mechanized division of the Nigerian army is based in Ibadan. Look at the fact that our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the commander-in-chief. And all this is happening under their watch, and they're discussing politics. If, and somebody must listen carefully, if the elections can be put on hold for 2027 first, and then we guarantee security and safety, we come back to the business of proper electioneering, we will be doing the country a great service. But for us to continue to pawn away our citizens and allow all kinds of evil people plunder the land, kill people and shed blood of innocent citizens will be a huge disservice. And that is not in any way a suggestion that anybody should want to tinker with constitutional provision on making democracy work. All I'm just saying is that it is time that we embraced proper governance instead of politics all the time. Let us do less of politics and more of securing lives and properties. After all, governments exist for a sole purpose: guaranteeing safety, survival, and continuity for humanity. Thank you very much. Lola?
Thank you so much, sir. I'm back. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, share, subscribe. Let's know your thoughts about this. This one is a very, very sad situation. We have people actually actively on social media. People are crying about this fresh Oyo State news, particularly the one you just mentioned, where they killed the principal. and it's a lot going on. I'm not sure. You just suggested that maybe they should put everything, election and all those kind of stuff on hold. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into the final segment so we can actually talk about a lot of this at length. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. Please go ahead and hit the like button right now, and we will be right back.